The Renaissance was a remarkable period in European history, spanning roughly from the 14th to the 17th century. It marked the end of the Middle Ages and heralded a cultural rebirth that shaped the modern world. The word Renaissance itself means rebirth, reflecting the profound transformation in politics, economics, art, science, and society. The origins of the Renaissance are often traced to Italy, especially the cities of Florence, Venice, and Rome. These urban centers were hubs for trade, banking, and cultural exchange, facilitating the flow of ideas and wealth. Wealthy patrons, such as the Medici family in Florence, sponsored artists, architects, and thinkers, allowing creativity and innovation to flourish. Art during the Renaissance transformed dramatically. Artists like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, and Raphael introduced new techniques such as linear perspective, realistic anatomy, and the use of light and shadow. Their works aimed to depict the natural world and human emotions with unprecedented accuracy and depth. Meanwhile, architecture returned to the symmetry and proportions of classical Rome and Greece, as seen in structures such as St. Peter's Basilica. Humanism became a central philosophical movement of the Renaissance. Humanists emphasized the value and potential of human beings, drawing inspiration from ancient Greek and Roman texts. They encouraged education, critical thinking, and a secular approach to life, which challenged the previously dominant religious worldview. Literature flourished as writers such as Dante, Petrarch, and Boccaccio experimented with vernacular languages instead of traditional Latin. This made literature more accessible and allowed ideas to spread beyond the educated elite. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the mid-15th century was revolutionary, as it greatly increased the production and dissemination of books. Scientific inquiry also surged during the Renaissance. Figures like Copernicus, Galileo, and Vesalius challenged existing knowledge and promoted observation and experimentation. This period laid the groundwork for modern science, including developments in astronomy, mathematics, physics, and anatomy. Political and economic changes were equally profound. Powerful city-states and kingdoms competed for influence, and global exploration began to gather pace. Explorers such as Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama charted new routes and territories, expanding Europe's knowledge of the world and initiating the first wave of globalization. Religious transformations occurred too. Some thinkers criticized church practices and called for reform, setting the stage for the Protestant Reformation in the early 16th century. The resulting religious fragmentation had lasting social and political effects across Europe. By the early 17th century, the Renaissance had spread across Europe, transforming art, thought, and institutions. Its legacy is visible even today, informing contemporary ideas about education, creativity, and the pursuit of knowledge. The Renaissance was more than a period in history. It was an era of change that redefined humanity's place in the world and the potential for progress.